about, that they didn't really feel the need to have like a top-tier Tracer player, that he didn't feel that Tracer is that OP in this meta, but I believe you're going to need a Tracer at some point in the season. It'll be Coalescence from Fielder, gets stuck by Dante, so not able to keep that Coalescence for much.
Not many ways to get rid of Moira. Burst damage during Coalescence is one of the few of those. And off the back of that, the Outlaws were able to clean up a fight. Dallas were banking on that healing and damage from Coalescence, and now they don't have it. Oh my! That's a backhand from Dante. It's smart to get sent packing. But he died. Here it comes, though.
Yeah, but here it comes. Gonna be smashing him right down into the ground, into the blizzard, and it's a free setup for Dante. Gonna be keeping them all locked into one position. It should be easy pickings for the remainder of these players. Poor Elevo almost got charged as well. That would have been a brutal stagger. Eventually, look at the player's face.
What more can he do?
Okay, the charging from Django as well. He's gonna swing. Gonna be getting in a ton of damage. Surely not the Houston Outlaws coming off the respawns here. And Piggy again on the wrecking ball to stall it out. The Powers Eternal being stopped once again.
Fancy footwork, and now Django's sat in the corner looking a bit glum. Fearless goes down though, and Doha's also fallen to Happy, so it is a four-player situation here for the Fuel, but Rally's there for Jexa. Gonna keep him alive just a little bit longer now. Dante looking to try and get some damage on Harp in the Paintworks chip, but he's still alive. Jexa, Fielder, the healer's still coming from the back line of the Fuel, and now the reinforcements are in position. Dante looking for Fielder. Can he get him? Deadeye from Happy does not connect though, and the pulse bomb dropped at his feet. He dodges away. Doha doused with the bionic grenade. Winston jumps in. Fearless was too low, and finally it seems like the Outlaws are going to be able to come up with it, but they had to work for it. Oh boy, we get a minute extension, and we go again. Forced away. Bionic grenade is deployed. OG does get slapped, but Gargoyle's still there to follow up. And now they return to the point, but Piggy and Dante have been doing decent work in their absence. No one's capped yet, but the numbers favor the Mayhem.
Yeah, Dante actually takes out Gangnam Jin when he's using the Coalescence, so huge pick off there. Yaki not able to finish off Juby. As a minefield comes in from Dreamer, you should be able to turn this if you're the Outlaws.
Now the Reaper's there though, see that's the problem. Dreamer can escape, but when he actually wants to fight, he has to run into a Reaper mat.
But they weren't even really close at that point. Like, if you secure the point, Dante's going to use a duplicate here.
They're going for it.
Going, and yeah, Happy's coming back. I was going to say, like, Outlaws should have the advantage.
Well, OG gets his shield. OG's shield gets taken down by a free self-destruct, right? So you can't really get... Another one? Oh my god. Dante, pretty ridiculous stuff there with a duplicated Diva. Dante again going solo, so no Mercy presence here to duplicate plane. He's going to try and get an instant pick off here. Yaki's in trouble! Focusing beam finds a target, Jake. As you see, he actually returns to join Dante, and it's a duplicated Sigma. He's already got 71% of his ult charge. This could be a pretty nasty ending to things here. He wants to stay alive. Gravitic Flux, very defensive, but Happy find 3. That is huge. Looks like some of the setup that came from his Orisa, but really just great positioning on the Dragon Strike.
Look at much better now here for the Outlaw.
Now the DPS really have to step up. Oh wait, you can get a free tank. Yaki copies a Sigma, looks for Happy. Kinetic grasp here, but he's going to be pressured down. In the Mayhem again, they just bite off a little bit more than they can chew there, and they're down to 10 seconds left.
Yeah, and I think the biggest difference has just been how good Dante has been. Primal Rage knocking OG back. It's 5 seconds to go. It's going to be Slime trying to go over the top, trying to get a touch taken out of the air by Crimzo. So beautiful hold there as the Outlaws tie the series up.
Good bubble timing for OG. That was close. He's able to keep himself alive, and Happy has an off angle. No one knows he's here, by the way. He'll announce his presence by the ringing out of those shots, and this is an opportunity to find big kills, but Dante's doing most of the work anyway. With Gargoyle out of position, Dante is unbothered.
I mean, Dreamer pushing with the Primal Rage will take out 2. This will be second checkpoint for the Houston Outlaws. This is probably the worst part of the map, though, for Widowmaker. Like,
Sure.
can you get usage out of here?
Pretty reasonable. That extra sort of anti-dive in the flash is probably going to help a bit. Dante duplicates Diva, and Gangnam Jin was dead before Dante even got there. Nothing you can do about that. Dreamer taken down elsewhere by Yaki, so the Echoes are having a pretty big impact in this fight already, but that's the remake kill! Oh, Slime!
I think he was going for done? Was he going for a res and gets the remake kill there? I mean, that is that is actually a huge remake kill if that's a thing, but...
The slower McCree approach works. They get rid of Yaki, but can they do more? Focusing beam there. Yeah, nicely done. Dante cleans off BKB really well. Dreamer, yeah, he does go down, but OG got a nano boost and wasn't able to find enough value for it. The Outlaws, they make the safe play, the patient play. It looks so good for them. And now they'll clean off the Mayhem.
This is looking great. Dante just went into the back and 1v2'd them back despite upgrading a bunch of their players. Here we go, EMP catches no one.
Zero-man EMP! Zero-man EMP from Assassin. I mean, if that's not just spelling defeat, I don't know what is. Decay goes down, that's Happy just securing that one. Dante's just giving the beat down to all of them. 78% in counting.
Dante's talking in the chat. Nice meme MP, EMP. I mean, this is... Not only is Assassin just having the worst day, so is Jonathan Reinforced Larson.
Poor Dante with a one-up on Decay as well. They are styling on the Justice.
I mean, this is, I mean, it's a good thing we're not on Disney XD anymore because I don't think you'd be able to show this one. The Houston Outlaws are just absolutely eviscerating the opposition. Ultimate's committed at the end, but of course it's the final team fight of the map, pretty much. Assassin is just looking for the perfect target right now. Eventually,
Crimzo did it!
It connects though, and look at that! Crimzo has the Transcendence to keep his team up and in this fight. The neutral hand comes through, and Dante's back in the action. Decay locked up from all the crowd control. He might just be absolutely farming him, and indeed he is. Dante shredding through them. He's built up the pulse bomb, but already he might have just done the damage necessary to try and get this one over the finish line. Locked up against the wall, nice little pulse bomb, nobody can withstand it. You can see he's pleased at the end.
He has to hear this on stealth. He doesn't.
He doesn't hear it, and it's already, I mean, it's practically a solo kill, isn't it, at that point, but they coordinated it. Dante and Django with the power driver into the back line. It's almost a death blow straight away. There's really no coming back from that one. The Justice so low, just trying to take this fight without their supports up. They do have the hectic cock back, which is nice to try and play around, but that pulse from Dante, of course, it connects. Mag done.
Watch out for the mines.
Avoid these mines, yeah, he's just ducked underneath it, I guess. Away with the self-destruct right onto the payload along with the EMP, cleaving right through them. That's Happy gone down. Still, the Justice on the defense looking to try and close out this team fight with the ultimates though. The Outlaws, they're just trying to grab onto anything they can. The hack, Dreamer, he can't really move anywhere. The self-destruct and now the sound barrier, all committed. The Justice are trying to roll all the way over them. Well, that's Dante building up a very quick self-destruct there off the back of that duplicate. Still the ultimate going at the remake kill. Decay goes down.
Crimzo with a 3-man bio.
This is their time to shine. The setup is there, and Dante follows it up.
That's an ungodly team fight from Dante. He was typing in the chat again. Diva remake does damage, by the way. My mental is being shattered here, Brent, and I'm not even playing.
Wrecking ball on McCann. It's going to be a defensive biotic grenade. Keep Piggy nice and topped up. I mean, BKB wants a bit of space, but he doesn't have much to work with right now. OG hacked, slept, hacked again, and the card gets along the line. So that's 2 checkpoints now for the Outlaws, Matthew.
Here comes Gangnam Jin.
Here he comes. There he goes.
Come back here for the Outlaws. Rally, start things off here for the Mayhem.
Dante getting loose out there against Yaki. He's able to come back and find a damn good use for the pulse bomb though. That's a dunk. What a goal! And clean. That's a rally in response to Gargoyle's Graviton surge and a trade of kills here. And Jake being the only casualty. I mean, this is great response. That grab did nothing for the Mayhem with rally in play. I guess it's just as well that Jake was forced to save it.
There's a 3-point range there for Piggy.
Unbelievable. Yeah, it's like a March Madness game, isn't it? Unbelievable stuff. Sparkle, well, he gets the supercharger with the blade, so I guess that's maybe more than would have been expected in many cases. Happy on the Hanzo now, causing problems to Sparkle, and the Pulse Bomb finds the mark on Fielder in the back corners. Repel cowering as the Outlaws have run out of time, but they're close to getting the map done. Fearless comes on in on the Wrecking Ball, but the Discord Orb means this will be a short-lived foray. And Sparkle cannot touch. The Outlaws, they break through just when they look like they may have run out of steam. Dante doesn't want to be the first in the fight if he can help it, I think. Hanbin able to stave off the hack there. Here's a self-destruct in the middle. Fearless trying to dodge away. He's actually able to use the card to block the damage on the explosion, but Sparkle's not nearly as lucky. The Outlaws come back in, and that's a 4-player EMP, and there's nothing Dallas can do about it. Now things get just a little scary for them as they go under a minute left, and they've got to get the card. Another 10 or so meters. Really want to fracas right now until at least Dante gets in there with a gigantic EMP. That is 6 players, lights out for Dallas.
Where the Outlaws are going to be able to control the high ground. Look at Dallas. They take the fight right to him. Ant Matrix, you have the Blizzard coming in, as they know they cannot allow the Outlaws to set up on that high ground.
It has to be an immortality field for Repel to keep him alive, and that's probably a decent decision because there are teammates that need
Dante
healing.
With an EMP coming
Can he
out.
get to the point though? That's the question. Look at how far the Fuel are pushed up on that left-hand side, but here's the Wrecking Ball, another 5-player EMP, and Fielder gets blown up. He actually almost had a sound barrier available, but now the Lucio is off the table for the Dallas Fuel, and so may their odds of taking this round. Piggy just trying to keep himself scarce and not get frozen up if he can help it, but eventually he has to succumb to hypothermia. Happy trying to play around the edges, and a self-destruct here. The Outlaws don't have a shield tank in play, but still they're able to avoid the explosion. Another one for Dante, and the Outlaws, they have taken the map. And they get themselves in match point position there after a really competitive Havana. See, I mean, this Jackson is just sat on that Tracer. On the Ana, just to make sure it's not possible. Duplicate. Oh, the Zaya. Dante, so aggressive. Grab, not required. That was actually a filthy sequence from him. Just throw it out.
And you usually don't expect Zarya to just come flying down from the sky.
That is fair. Comes in pretty late in the day. It's not really enough. No kills as a result of that one. Juby's able to deal with Sparkle there, and Dante gets involved, but Dallas need to flip this point back pretty soon.
He charged up, getting knocked out of the way. That'll be the flip here for Dallas. That's the primal range used from Fearless. Noah coming back though. Very close to a duplicate. We'll see what he tries to do. Maybe take like Winston or the Zarya. Try and make a play.
That is the fight there. The Houston Outlaws have done it. There's a new sheriff in town. Finally, the drought is broken. Wrap around the right side, you can see in the middle of your screen.
Yeah, trying to play for some of that high ground. Jake here is a Dante right away wins the Tracer to a Glister, so you love to see that if you're an Outlaws fan. Dante there with Junker.
Shock. They have one fight to repeat the reverse sweep. There's going to be 2 Blizzards in the fight. I'm looking at those right now. Let's see how they're employed. May the better team win. Jungu's hit with a Vita Grenade early. That's a very early Immortality field as well. Could be dangerous, but there's a Blizzard there now getting thrown down. Jungu, Shatter. Oh my God! The Outlaws have done it! We thought they'd be kissing the ring, but they forced the Kings to bend the knee! The plucky upstarts have done it!
They can't. They cannot contest. If they lost that fight, it would be over. Supercharger and playing on the Coalescence from the backside. Twilight trying to take things into his own hands. What do you know, Twilight? He tries to go for the hero play, but it's one up in his face. And now the Outlaws have the players to move forward. No more left for the Shock. It's just a Lucio left and an Immortality field thrown down by Crimso. And for the Shock, it's all over. Doesn't matter which year it is. Somehow San Francisco always have to make it flashy. This time, it's more of a dynamite stick in their face.
Why take that TP? Nano the Winston, farm up the Primal, you have Sound Barrier, good sustain ultimate, but then you also have Grab Dragon, which could be huge, as that's going to be Jungu dropping, so you trade main tanks out here.
Yeah, goes aggressive in order to try and get that Jungu kill. Maybe he overvalues it a little bit too much relative to the positioning he had to take in order to get it. Picky slip, he's fine. Why are you mad? You guys are going to win the fight, it's all good. Dante doubles down with a sticky bomb and 2 supports. That's so filthy.
The Discord, but needs some kind of deterrent for the Tracer. But
oh, that's huge.
Not the
that's
case,
absolutely
yeah.
massive. The tentative approach to the point here. Dante, though, getting a perfect aerial view of the situation. Violet, well, that wasn't even Violet being aggressive, man. That was just Dante being a cut above. Perfect execution.
And, you know, Glisser comes out, and I mean, he gets flanked and killed from behind. He pokes out a little bit, and he's got to be worried about Happy, right?
He smacked me!
I mean, he's just crushing. A few times during that last round, you know, Glisser would come out and poke, and Happy would just take his head off. That's got to still stay in his head going into this round.
And they're almost out of time. Bob to the point, Gravitic Flux, perfect connection there. Had to be a Mortify from Super to avoid that, but Trichoven didn't even get held aloft. He got blown up before he even touched the ground. I'm making 2 Gravitic Fluxes, by the way. Yeah, that's a lot to be dealing with right now. And more gravity than Jupiter, I guess. It's going to be the Houston Outlaws to take the series away, and those last 2 maps don't even look remotely close. Data finds him in the sky.
So, I mean, the Blizzard gives them time to get Hawk back in back. It also may just be you're going to move away from this May eventually, as that'll be a sound barrier for Mata as they want to get aggressive. Use that speed boost, use the May wall to split players off. But, that's Dante with a double. Jake with Valkyrie. See how they combo these ultimates. Get the cart moving again. These things were looking good for the Outlaws, but now Atlanta's come alive on the knee.
Crimso picked off in the back line. Now it's Master going in there. Pelican helps set it up, and this Gravitic Flux could be an issue because Dante just beamed down both Gator and Iris there, and Piggy wants to push forward. Kinetic Grasp was always going to be there for the Deadeye, and
invariably Dante gets another big duplicate. This time replaces Jungkook by copying Gator as Orisa.
No boots. As they do get Dreamer first, so this is a good sign for the London Spitfire.
Coalescence there for Ripper really helps with the impetus in that fight for the London Spitfire. Dreamer has gone down, but Crimzo and Juby do have support ultimate, so you can stall until your Winston returns to the fight, and that's a good start. The enemy Winston has gone down for the Outlaws as Hardy falls to that duplicated self-destruct, and Dante is not done there. With the focusing being for his third kill in the fight as Blase melts.
Happy having this Death Blossom play from like an off angle.
Yeah, the self-destruct from Dante, that was just kind of a cherry on top, a bonus if you will. Happy getting pressured down by Dupe Diva. He's going to head to the high ground here, and the sound barrier means he can take his eyes off the prize for a moment and reposition. Self-destruct thrown in over the top, and Mulphy's forced to do the same here. Here's a Death Blossom coming out from Shax. Everyone backs away. Happy's getting pressured heavily. He tries to go for a Death Blossom of his own, but the healing isn't enough for the Outlaws so far. Shax and Happy both down, both Reapers traded away, but the positioning looks much better here for Houston. Dante again duplicates the Diva, again will have a self-destruct, and he'll send it to the point. This will force the Spitfire to clear out, all fall, and it's the ladder. Hardy and Blase go down. Dante's getting an immaculate amount of value here from these duplicated Diva self-destructs, Matthew. 99-2-0, really not much looking for the London Spitfire so far. A lose-lose, there's nowhere great to go. Friedway's already gone down to Juby though, and Terry's going to look for something, but there's just so much going on. The walls are there, and he's going to get blown up.
It's a great Blizzard as well. Like, even when Dalton has that sim wall, the Blizzard from Dante is huge. It's so many players trapped inside of it.
There. I get excited for that kind of stuff, don't mind me, I love Ana. Alright, here's Graviton Surge, Piggy fires that one off and getting in the middle of it there. Dante able to find two quick ones. Crimzo, he's got that nano boost, was that for Dante?
I don't exactly know who got nano, but right up and take it.
I love that. Dante, I think, is looking at Jungkook's screen to see when he's going.
Yeah.
He looks towards the left-hand side just so he knows he can time himself with his teammate without Jungkook actually having to call it and potentially clutter the communication structure. I love that.